Okay, we're gonna find our glutes in the face down position. This is reminiscent of part of the assessment that we did for lower cross syndrome. You can use a cushion underneath your hips if it's more comfortable, but I want your forehead on the mat, and then I want you to place a hand on the center of each glute. Then the first step is to see if you can contract one glute in isolation of the other one. And you can just try to do 5 glute contractions. Now, what you're looking to do is to isolate the contraction of the glute and not involve significant contraction from the front of the leg, the quadricep. You'll notice if you're really contracting your quad, your knee will kind of lift a little bit off the mat. You want to avoid that. You want to keep the front of the leg relatively quiet as you tell the brain to contract the glute. Initially, it may be a very weak contraction, but with practice, you'll get better. So do 5 to 10 on that side, then opposite side. You may notice a difference from one side to the other. My left contracts much more forcefully without involvement of my quad, whereas on the right, my quad wants to get involved, and it takes a lot more focus to isolate that contraction to the glute. The next task is, if you've mastered that, and that may be your exercise if that's a challenge. The next level is to remove the cushion, place your fingers underneath your hips, between the lower pelvis and the upper quads in a relative space. It may not be roomy there, but you can feel that there's space to place your fingers. Contract your glute as we did in the first part of this exercise. Lift the leg as the second thing. You can repeat on the same side for 8 to 10 reps. The idea being you don't want to lose core control during this effort, and you'll know you aren't contracting your core and controlling that movement if what you find is your whole pelvis drops and crushes the finger. If you feel your body lower down and crush that finger, you've got work to do to ask your glutes and the muscles of the pelvis and core to control the movement prior to lifting the leg. It's a really challenging ticky-tacky kind of movement to perfect. Practice that, okay, and see how it goes. If you can only get a couple of good quality reps on each side, leave it at that. Never do more reps at the expense of good quality muscle engagement.